welcome to Who Does Rolls. Mumbo Jumbo, I am Mike B. This is
Tony, hello.
Remember his name, good work.
Jamie.
Excellent, we're going well. These gentlemen are from the Sunday crew of the game night. This is the big EXPO preview for 2024. So we are going to go through a list of games that have taken our attention and amusement, and Tony will buy them. Like a buy game, don't you, Tony?
Necessarily. Tony will be buying about 30 games anyway.
I was going to say, not necessarily as a... so anyway.
It's what it is.
So yes, we'll be going along to that. And so this is some stuff we've plucked out of what looks kind of cool. And we're going to go through it now and add stuff. And that's how that's going to work. Jolly good. If you're at EXPO, we'll see you there. If you're not, we won't see you there, obviously. But there'll be a video, so it'll be fine.
Explain to me. Do I look at the camera or do I look at you?
You can do whatever you like. I mean, ideally,
I don't want to look at it.
if you are addressing the millions that are that are viewing this, then you may want to look at the camera.
Like the amount of people that turn up at your shows.
Exactly.
Yeah,
If
okay.
you're addressing me or my ear, then you can do that as well. I mean, whatever makes you comfortable, Jamie, I appreciate. You know, whatever does it for you,
Whatever
mate.
floats your boat.
So, shall I go through my list and then we can interchange and dive in and
Let's just go through the list.
So I'll go for the list of stuff that I looked at, that I plucked out, and then we can discuss if you know anything about it. Some of which, thank you, I've done less research into. So number one on here, I haven't done any research. This is research.
This is the research.
Ooh, Avalon the Riven Vale, whereupon a graphic will appear over Tony's face. I'll alternate it between the two as we go along. This is the next game for Shadow Ball Games. They're Jamie Jolly, the designers of Oathsworn Interdeep Wood, which is a massive, hugely successful RPG, Frosthaven-like-ish big box thing. I hear very many great things about. I have never played it. I looked at it from afar. It looks kind of cool. Oathsworn did. We've got enough our hands full with what we're playing, so that's why I've never gone near it. But there's something else coming from him, and they did really well. It's set in Arthurian England. Say that 3 times fast.
Arthurian.
That's it. Visuals, dudes on the map, area control, and it's very exciting. I don't think it's as big a epic-y thing as what we got for Oathsworn, but generally they hit the ground running.
Dudes on a map is always the way to
Exactly. Dudes on the map is very popular, and I imagine they've got a few tricks up their sleeve in relation to that, so that will be there.
There's a Dudes on a map game on my list too.
Oh, well, then there we go. Preview. Hopefully, if I get my act together, there may even be a stand number somewhere around here. Or if I haven't got my head together or bothered, then it won't be. I might just put a rude message. Moon! From the moon! Having been a bit of a For All Mankind thing, I kind of like the moon-based and space-based games. It's big space, big heavy thing. I think this is coming from... Oh, who is it? I didn't write who it was coming from. Over there, someone. But it's medium heavy, big Euro.
No doubt you'll put the link up over Tony's face.
Probably. Yeah, so moon, big, heavy-ish,
Maybe
mid
my
to a heavyweight, maybe your face. Yeah. Euro game, lots of things. It is a bit Euro-y, but it's a bit complex. I like moon-based stuff.
Yep,
I don't know. It's at the moment has piqued my interest because of its mooniness type thing, For All Mankind type stuff. Hatchet must be coming from Hatchet. That's who it's coming from. Hatchet got a bunch of stuff going on. They are doing Cyclades or Cyclades. I don't know how we pronounce that these days.
Cyclades, as far as I'm aware.
Cyclades it is?
I don't know. We could look up how they actually pronounce the island in Italy.
I can't be asked.
I'm sure
Cyclades. Anyway, that's got...
Ladies.
I think
ladies, that'll do.
I think it's got some of the expansions included in that.
It's taken the best bits of both of them, I think, and planned it into that. And I think now you've got modular maps, whereas before it was the map.
Board.
That was it. Now they've been able to change it and you can switch it around.
I mean, I haven't played for ages. I
haven't played the original. Always interested me.
We played it at the Expo.
I can't remember playing it.
You bought it. You bought it last year. We bought it last year. We played it.
Is that going to be the same this year?
Oh, I was drunk.
We played it in the hotel.
Oh shit, we did. I was drunk.
Anyway, yeah. So you've played that. I'm trying to remember because I know it's got like a bidding. The bidding mechanic thing.
Yes, it has. Yeah, which god you want, you've got to bid for, and then you end up with.
Anyway, you've played that. Clearly made a massive
Yeah.
dent in your
Well, we've never played it ever again since.
No, we haven't. Let's be fair.
That is true. I have tried to bring it around here, but I've forgotten.
I haven't tried very hard.
At 4-player, because obviously.
Yeah, I think
Bobby
we
would
said
like
that.
to
It would be
enjoy.
quite nice at 4. I enjoyed it, but I did feel already from playing the base game that I could see it was a bit like it needed
Yeah, it needed meat.
a little bit more meat on its bones. But yeah, I'd be interested to see on that.
Basically, my notes are dudes on a map, and ancient Romans. What more is needed?
I will say stuff, but I'll get into trouble.
What's that one that looks like Pac-Man?
It is
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. So Hatchet Board Games is also doing a rebrand of Corridor, which is a tile laney type game, I think, but now with a Pac-Man theme. So I know Isaac's a big Pac-Man fan. Potentially, Tony's flicking.
No, I'm flipping because there's another Hatchet game on my list.
There is a couple. Hatchet have got quite abundance
Could
of
be a very
bloom.
visited store.
Okay, what have you got?
I've got one called
Flavian, you're going to be rich by the end of this weekend coming.
Virtual Revolution.
That's a cyberpunk thing.
Yeah.
Is that them as well?
That's them as well.
I had it on the list and then took it off.
Basically, what it is it's an area control game. There is it comes from a French director who actually directed the same film.
Yeah, I heard is it out? The movie exists at the moment?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
you've got this.
so if you want to look at that, go look at that. But
The year is 2047, a century of technological revolution. The revolution did happen, just not really the way people thought it would.
We have a new case. Players from the Westlandverse were killed. The virus was traced back to an IP address. Find who the necromancers are and eliminate them.
You are a bit of a mystery, to be honest, Mr. Trenton.
I'll try not to disappoint them.
Everyone wants freedom.
so he's now done this. It's you've got special agents, special powers. They're all asynchronous, from what I remember. And the art and graphics on the cards looks particularly interesting, hence why it sort of piqued my
I might put graphic
My
of
tent a little bit.
his face. But I did have it on the list at one point, and then I took it off because I was just trying to fit it down.
Yeah.
But I'm also vaguely interested. I don't know if is that actually going to be at the show.
It is, yeah. It's from Studio H, is the publisher, and Hatchet have got it on their stands.
Okay. Diva, I've got Sand coming out, which looks kind of cool. It's kind of you with driving around giant caterpillars. It's a pick up and deliver game in like some sort of steampunky sand blown thing with giant caterpillars. Pick up deliver. I know you're a big fan of that.
Yeah, I like
Deliver
it.
game.
Yeah, I know you like that sort of stuff. Riding caterpillars, all very good. SETI is coming from Czech Games Edition, which I love. Bit of Czech game stuff. They do always have done very thematic, very cool games. And it's been done, I think, really huge recently. But SETI kind of sounds cool. The Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, again, that spacey theme thing. They're normally always quite heavy Euros. Intrigued to take a look. Different theme, like the idea.
I'm not normally such a fan of Euros, but that's at least an interesting
No,
theme.
I appreciate
it's not all let's make a story about 16th century print presses.
You've got a real hang up on the print press thing, isn't it? I am sorry, Ignacy.
Bores me to tears. The game itself is nice, but
I understand what you're saying. There is something about a theme of a game. I do like it. I mean, I always sway to the side of a more of a Ameritrashy type thing rather than Euro. But hey, Shackleton Base again, more space thing. They don't do much, but it looks a bit like For Mankind, Journey to the Moon, Space Race. Sounds good. On board. There we go. And books. I don't even know who did that. Fabian Lopino designed it. There we go. Life of a Terror will be there from Avalon Hill. Interested in that purely because that's Eric Lang's mass market poly domino playing thing. Intrigued because it's a mass market grown-up game, for want of a better word. Something they're trying to push out alongside Monopoly for the family games, but like some decent actual game design behind it. Fascinated just to see how that pans out. So that's on there for that. There's Far Away from Hatchet I've got on here as well. It's been getting a lot of buzz. I don't know. Is that on your list?
It was on my little follow-up list of mentions.
There's a reverse tableau builder game. Don't know. I suppose the art looks kind of cool. Fate Forge from Mighty Boards. It's an RPG thing. Uses an app that work with it. Again, intrigued. Alley Cat Games. I took this. They've got some other stuff going on, but anyway, there's Washed Ashore, which is I can't remember what Washed Ashore was, but there's Happy Home, which is a tile laying game that's going to be at the show. Still reasonably priced stuff, and a cat stacking game. I think you're looking for something. There's something clearly.
No.
I mean, Alley Cat, UK publisher. Always a fan of Alley Cat. They did Dice Hospital.
Yeah.
Dice.
Theme Park.
Is that what we played last year?
That's the one that we played.
That was a head bake.
Yeah, I love the idea, the aesthetics of it, but actually that was much heavier than I thought it was going to be.
It was not a game to take home to the wife and kids.
Did it not? No. I mean, I liked the aesthetics of it, but yeah, it kind of lulled you in.
Yeah,
and
it starts off nice and simple.
It was like, come here, look how cheery I look, how pompa. But anyway, they're there. UK publishers, yeah, they've been around a little while now, Alley Cat Games, and so they've got some stuff going to be there, and that was that. Damnation game, the Gothic game, will be there. Now, I played this and had a pre-production version of this, and it's kind of a plays up a really big player count. It has player elimination in it. It's all you running around Transylvanian Castle being shits to each other and murdering each other. It's a great deal of fun.
Yeah.
And I like those things, and it's kind of quite straightforward and simple. But
basically roll and move, isn't it?
Yeah, it takes a roll and move thing and actually kind of puts it into that sort of roll and move silly game. Very Ameritrashy silliness. All playing different monsters, all with special powers, all bit broken. You can murder each other, come back as a vampire, do other shit. Just all that. Fun. Stuff that Ben would fucking hate. But there we go. Now, Ben would like Arcs is going to apparently be at the Expo from Leader Games. The guys behind Root.
It's on my list.
It's on your list, yeah. So we'll come back to that then. Should we come back to that? So that's there. Go Ahead Punk is going to be at the Expo.
That's on my list.
I was fascinated. It's got the Dirty Harry theme. I love Dirty Harry. Idea of a hidden movement game. One person's a sniper and you're trying to track him down in the city. All of that stuff is good. I mentioned it when it first was on GameFound or Kickstarter. I've not actually ever got around to playing it. It's fascinating. I like the theme, like the idea of that. It's on his list.
Yeah, it's on my list. Exactly the same reasons. I think it's one of those things, the theme amongst the mechanics of like a normal hidden movement job, I think will work quite nicely. From what I've heard, it's quite close knit, and escaping can be quite tricky.
No, but I like those games.
Yeah,
Fury of Dracula is one that's a big favourite of mine, and Let's Whitechapel and some other stuff.
Yeah, I think this one's a little bit less punishing on the chasers.
Okay.
Fury of Dracula can be.
Cool. Horror on the Orient Express will be there. Cheers. I mean, it's basically kind of Battlestar Galactica, or in fact, Unfathomable. Based on an old RPG from back in the day, but I think this is more of a board game. You're running around on a train, there's a 3D train. It looks kind of cool, all kind of extravagant, all kind of stupid. It was recently, if not still, on GameFound or somewhere.
Yeah, production levels on it look quite good.
Hidden traitory.
Yeah, all that good stuff. I like all that. I have a lot of that in there. I would quite like to look at it. It may just be out of my price range, really, for just what it is. Jamie's edition. Is that it? Is that the end of my thing?
That's the end of your bit.
Okay, should we crank through your bits? Arcs. It is on your list. So there you go.
I told you.
There you go. Arcs. You like a bit of that, do you?
I do fancy a little bit of that. A little sort of trick-taking game. To carry out various different...
It's a 4xe style game, isn't it?
Yeah.
But done through card management and...
Yeah, and I think...
I mean, it's by Leader Games who did Root.
Yeah, which you can piggyback on certain actions as well. So you can... If someone does a 3-action, I think, or a 2-action, you can piggyback and do one of it.
I mean, Root's a game that's good and I should enjoy, but ultimately it bounced off me every time I've played it. I've played it, Ben's got it, and he's played a lot.
Same back with me. I played it online or something, and it just didn't feel, just felt a bit disjointed.
Yeah, I think I can see struggling. I played the app version, and the app version really didn't help. I played the physical version, and it took me a couple of games to kind of grok it. The issue with that game is it's asynchronous, so each of your factions is different.
It's going to take you at least 4 games of playing each of the factions
to understand. Yeah, that is I would say is it. I thought this is asynchronous as well. I might be wrong. I may be wrong. But, so that's on your
on my
and that's going to be there, isn't it? The
Yes,
buy.
yes.
Allegedly, mind you, Zatu are distributing in the UK, so maybe it won't be there to buy, or bits of it will. We'll see.
It'll be in a display cabinet.
Yeah, it'll be somewhere. There you go. Sea of Thieves. Oh, you had to get that on.
I had to put that on there.
That's on both our lists, though.
Of course.
That's on
it is.
both our lists.
Yeah.
Wow, it's just a pirate game, and it's Sea of Thieves.
You've got.
Yeah.
Did you have Black Fleet?
He had
I
Black
had Black
Fleet.
Fleet.
I had the.
I had Black Fleet, and I had Merchants and Marauders.
Have you not got Black Fleet anymore?
I've still got Black Fleet.
That's
But I
worth
sold
it.
Merchants and Marauders.
Yeah, we only played the other ones.
Yeah, no,
But,
yes, we only played it.
Yeah, well, I think we've played it a couple of
Yeah,
times.
we only played it once.
But
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it.
It's just
I didn't get to-
sandboxy piratey.
Yeah, it just didn't get to the table enough. This very much looks like a big sandboxy pick up and deliver, go off and do missions.
I thought
looks
this was
quite-
already out. Right, I can
I
say.
think it's been out for
I
about
think-
3 months.
yeah, it's literally not been long out.
I mean, my only concern, fills me hesitation, is the name Steamforge Games attached to it.
There is that.
Yeah.
Oh, I will
There
be
is that.
fair of nothing to convince me of their capabilities of producing anything that's actually worth playing.
The previews I saw of it very much reminded me on Firefly-esque type.
Yeah, it probably might be.
Running around, doing missions.
I'm baffled by their business
I mean,
process. They put a game out with a big license, yet no one seems to talk about it or know about it.
That is very true.
Yeah,
No one
and
wants to
so
talk
with
about
this as well, I think there's obviously you can board each other's boats like you can in the actual
Firefly.
video game.
We played a lot of the game
But,
back during the COVID days.
We did. Well, you played. I never got on with the video game.
Again, another thing
I enjoyed it a bit, but I'm going to shut that because that's all of that.
one thing
No
I've
more
heard-
for you.
One thing I've heard about that game though is that with the taking over ships mechanism on it.
Yeah. It doesn't work. You have to probably have to patch it.
Oh no, on a 2-player it works perfectly. On a 4, you've got to be in the right place on the table to then nick it because someone else can then swoop in. You can get the knock to sit and get in. Someone else
Standard
comes in.
Steamforge then, so the game's fucking broken.
So-
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. But I know you really enjoyed it. I've played the video game. I enjoyed the video game, but ultimately it didn't. There was no progression in that game, so I kind of was like, well, I can say I was a pirate for a bit. It's fun,
It's got a bit more now.
but there's ultimately I'm not.
But
doing
when we
it.
were originally playing it, there was like 3 different people you could run off and do quests for, and that was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Rare games.
Skeletons, dig
Yeah.
up pirate chests, and
And sea battles.
yeah.
So what else is on yours? Is that,
That was it.
So
Yeah,
Cyclades
that
and
was-
Arcs.
Cyclades, Arcs, Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
you have a large volume.
I'll go through
Fills me with
them.
concern.
I'll go through them quickly because
Is this what you're buying, or is this just your browsing list?
Just browsing list to see what's there.
Yeah, we haven't even touched on his buying list.
Okay, fine.
No, don't.
The floor is yours.
Well, first one that's piqued my interest is a game called Deep Regrets. It's
That's usually most people have at the end of the expo.
I'm feeling that already.
it's a dice rolling set collection push it up kind of game.
Right,
Where
okay.
you're trying to get deeper and deeper down into the depths to get nastier and nastier
Oh, so you're like trying
monsters.
to push your luck.
And then and with those monsters you gain madness as well, which you've got to try and manage
Madness.
during the game.
So like rogue sort of type thing.
Roguelike.
Yeah. Rogue.
Yeah.
Definitely could be like that. And the art on it
Definitely
looks really
could be
good.
like
I think
that.
the art on it looks really good on that one. So
Okay.
I think that's one that just for the art's sake, I want to see how that would feed into the actual mechanics of the game.
Colour me intrigued.
Yeah.
Next.
The next one, Escape Death Race. I'll start again. Escape Death Race 2182.
Oh, I saw that. It's rude. It drew me in just because I read the thing about the character names. Did you read the character names?
No, I didn't read the character.
The character names are rude.
Oh,
and,
right, okay,
and
I
I
didn't
think
notice
it's
that.
linked to the Sniper game, isn't it? I think it's the same. No, it's
I'm
someone.
not entirely sure. I think the original one came out a few years ago. It was a little
Right.
tiny tinned version of it.
Oh.
It's a slightly bigger
Yeah,
box
something
version. Basically, it's a co-op, semi-co-op kind of game. So it's co-op to a point, and then you want to try and get out to be the one you want to
A bit
win
like
at the end.
Nemesis.
Yeah,
You're like
definitely
cooperative
like
up
that.
to the point, and then
you're
you're not.
basically you're racing around the track trying to kill bosses as you're going.
All right, cool.
Again, you get little mini cars in it, which looks quite cool.
I did look at it,
Yeah.
and it was floated on my list, and especially when I read the characters, like there's Lord Fukyu or something.
Yeah.
It seems clearly very tongue in cheek. I like the original Death Race 2000 movie's fantastic.
and Fukyu.
Something like that. Yeah. I did scan over that.
Yeah.
So yes.
So that's one that was on my list. A little one, I don't know much about it, other than it's a social deduction game, but it's called Imposter Pigeon.
Is it because it's just called Imposter Pigeon?
Yeah. And it's just one of those ones. It sounds
One of those
quirky.
things you buy
Sounds
and then will
quirky
never
and-
see again.
No, but it's a social deduction game. It's not one of these like card-driven.
Do you
things
ever
where
fallen asleep?
it just
You know what that
sounds
is, don't you? What did you get last year? What was the fucking thing you got last year?
funny. Calm your tits.
Oh, well, there's that. But then you had the dice thing as well. You just go, Tony, stop buying this stuff. You come out of the big... I'm going to fucking watch you closely because you go in that big and buy and you come out... Just honestly, I'm like, why have you done this to yourself? You can't fucking... You're just like, why have you bought that? And you're like, justify.
IKEA bags full.
And you were like, but look at this. And there was the one game we've never seen again. I can't remember what it was called. But we both looked
Was
at
it
each other.
like the dice stacky?
No, it was something really random. You're like, the theme is this and this, and we were just there going, wow, why did you do that? Why did you do that? You never played it. I can't remember what it was called. There was one that you looked absolutely fucking appalled by. Anyway, sorry, the character elimination of
Probably
Tony.
sat on myself with same still.
Well, I'd imagine it probably is.
Yeah. Also, got one that's going to be on the Cold Spring stand.
Cold Spring!
Called On the Road.
Okay.
It's a...
It's like Jack Kerouac.
No, it's not. It's actually about bands going on festival tours, which is why it sort of picked my interest
Didn't
a
that
little
already
bit.
be out? Was there not?
I think it has.
Is that not like a roll and write thing?
No, it's not. It's you're manipulating movements back and forward the grid to go to various places to do your performances,
The dog's barking.
and then
Carry on.
and
Just get through it.
and then basically it's basically a race to get to the end, and whoever gets the most points on the top grid wins the game.
Racing games is this year's
I do,
theme.
I do like a racing game.
I do
Yeah,
like
so
it.
it's a little bit racy, a little bit. Obviously, you've got to try and build your points up by going back on these festivals, so you're not necessarily always going forward on it. So that's again another thing that sounds like it could be quite interesting.
Stab the dog. I mean, honestly, it's not like I'm trying to feel. Carry on.
Last one
Defective fucking animal. Carry on.
is a game called Power Vacuum.
Oh, I saw you. There's some Kickstarter or something at the moment,
I've backed
isn't
it
it?
on Kickstarter. Surprise,
Yes.
surprise.
It's a shocker.
It's by Keen Bean Studio, which did another game.
It's a cock. Not you. He's a cock.
Roll Set Camera, I think it was called, something along those lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's alright, looking at the camera, you going like that, saying he's a cock, looks like pointing at me.
Oh, well, there you go. Win-win.
It's a cock. It's a trick-taking game.
Yes.
It's got a mechanism in it, though. You don't necessarily should treat it. You always want to win the trick. because
Tell
you
me
get-
it's about vacuum cleaners trying to take over the world.
It is.
It is. It's basically. It is.
It's household objects.
It takes the Soviet Revolution, I think, the idea of the power struggle that goes on when Stalin died, death of Stalin, but does it portrayed as home gadgets?
Yeah, so
Okay,
Hoovers
so
and
Hoovers and
Toasters.
toasters and stuff,
Yeah.
but with this Soviet stunt feel at the top of it.
Okay.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
The theme did attract my attention, and then I saw it pinged up the other day. I said, Tony has backed this. I was like, of course he has.
So yeah, I say it's a trick-taking game and it's cool. But if you lose the trick, you can manipulate power on who gets what, which then obviously tweaks in further down the line. So it's quite interesting and quite a different take on trick-taking, which is one reason why I got it. And the other one is it's got quite a little cool
Thing.
wooden meeples that you stack up and make a statue out of, which are out of tanks and stuff like that, which looks cool to go on top of it. So
He got caught by the bling.
Yeah.
I looked at that, but that's nice, but it's excessive shit I don't need.
Yeah.
I might just buy the base game and then bing, Tony's back. Oh, well, that's all right. That's Tony back.
there's a game that I don't know much about other than it's a worker placement game.
Amazing.
It's called Oranges and Lemons.
No. Oh, I vaguely think I may have
So-
skimmed over that.
The mechanisms on it on the worker placement side sound quite intriguing. Although I don't know, there's
You
not
don't
a
know
lot,
anything about
there's
it.
not a lot of images on there to dissect.
Oh, right.
what it was.
What is the mechanism? That's intriguing.
Well,
I'm intrigued.
It's on my other mentions list, so I didn't actually put the other bits and pieces in.
So, it's a worker placement mechanism that's
do our
very intriguing,
Yes, we do,
but
yeah.
we don't quite know what that sounded now. Aren't you tantalised, people?
Yes.
An intriguing working mechanism, worker placement mechanism.
Straight on the computer,
I can't
looking
remember
at
what it is.
oranges and lemons.
Oranges and lemons.
And then lastly, the only other I mentioned was another one from
Honourable mention.
Hatchet Games called
Had
Vampire Village.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
Basically, you're building up your village to try and protect it from attacks from vampires, werewolves, witches.
Oh, like a tower defence type thing, kind
Yeah,
of, sort of.
but the attacks are coming from other people. So basically, you're playing a card to left and right,
Right.
to attack their village.
Okay, you got your own village?
You got your own village.
Okay.
And then if you can't defeat the object in front of you, or the baddie in front of you, you then got to take away some of your village.
Oh.
And if you've got villagers on those villages, you lose the points that are on them as well.
Shit.
So it sounds quite...
I really like the idea of siege games because, like Stronghold from Portal Games, I always fascinated by that. The only reason I didn't get into it is just a 2-player game. But I like, didn't you pick up something with like a castle siege thing? Isn't it that for the crown?
Crossbows and catapults.
After the Empire, yes. No,
That's after the Empire. That's got you build castles, don't you?
Yes.
Well, fascinating. I like that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Haven't really played much of it, but yeah, cool. So that's it.
That's it from mine.
Obviously, there's anything else at the show that, I mean, the bring and buy. What are you looking for then? Come on, if you're getting that bring and buy,
I've not stipulated yet what I'm looking for. I've got my historic stuff that I gotta see if
You
it's
got
there,
your
but-
giant Excel.
You're not going to say
not
it
gonna-
in case someone sees it and goes,
Excel
Yeah.
spreadsheet.
God, what would be the Grail one? If it's there, that Grail one, what would it be, Tony? Come on.
Oh, no,
He won't let us play one of
No.
our Grail games.
No, he won't.
He won't.
He's got this one.
I've got Discworld sealed.
Yeah,
Yes,
he won't
it's-
open up and let me play with it.
I'm terrible with that one, I must admit. I'm trying to still find a cheaper copy of it to open. Or
But it's
be
been
open, but-
years now. It's not got any cheaper. You know, that's a problem, Tony. You've got to buy another game so you don't have to open the game you've got. Why don't you sell the sealed one and then buy an open one? Anyway, sorry.
So it was a bargain. I picked that for a £5.
We're not going, don't tell that. Yeah, he basically
He
did.
robbed a granny.
I don't know how you can look at yourself in the morning.
Yeah.
What? The Grail game? Come on. What he thinks about it. Grail
What do you think
game?
about- yeah.
Grail game.
If it, that.
Kingdom Death Monster for £5. That'll do.
Okay. Slipped into the realms of complete lunacy. I mean, Glory to Rome is one I would like to get my hands on. I liked Glory to Rome. That is, I think, is probably my ultimate one of them. I do like the idea of Return to the Dark Tower, the reprint of that.
I think that's the one that's piquing me. To be
I mean,
fair.
it was there last year.
I know it was there
I
last
pointed
year.
it out to you. I said,
Is that the
"It's
one
there."
with the massive, great big tower?
The
Yes, it is,
ginormous electronic election in the middle of the table that does things. I liked the original. I played it many years ago. It's Isaac Childress from Frosthaven Gloom Inferno did the redesign with Restoration Games. Looks cool. It's really cool. It's ultimate bling value. It is stupid. It's excessive. It's ridiculous. But you know, I do like a bit of that.
Yeah.
So that
I think that would be.
Oh, that would it.
That would be
Oh,
my one.
okay.
Because now you mentioned it, it's now.
But it's see, Grail sometimes the one unattainable, almost out of print, like a £5 copy of Discworld.
Well, then that's.
Why can't I find Kingdom Death Monster for £5?
Cool. Anything else going on? I mean, we don't really go and do live shows. I mean, they do have plenty of live entertainment there.
The only one that I thought I started watching a lot of the No Rolls Barred stuff.
All right.
I know obviously historical reasons. The one guy is a bit of a knob.
Oh God, there's one of his face. Oh, I can't remember his name.
But he's now not in
a bit
it.
rapey, isn't he?
Yeah, he's now not in it anymore. And the other guys,
Rape.
I must admit, the way they
Allegedly.
the way they portray some of the games and
I've heard.
like,
Yes.
jests and stuff they have on the table they make it interesting.
Cool.
So they've got a live show there.
He's
that I might
pitching
try
a
and get
fucking other YouTube channel now on my fucking.
That's the only thing.
I'm fucking believable.
How about presents for people? You looking for anything for anyone else?
Like Jamie.
Like, do you want to buy me Kingdom Death Monster?
No.
Your obsession with that. It needs to stop. It's not healthy.
Into my head.
No, you've got
Grail games.
fucking Frosthaven down there.
Well, yeah.
Nightmare Live was good. We watch that a couple of years ago. Didn't
We did, yeah.
That was
the only
that
other
was
one I
fun.
wouldn't mind doing is that Dark Room.
Dark Room is good.
But that always
sells out.
really
Now
quickly.
it just sells out
I
ridiculously.
think it's already sold out.
But hugely amusing. I did really enjoy going to see the Dark Room when it first. I think the first year it came out. And that was the only time you get to see it because no one knew what it was. But yeah, John Robertson's Dark Room. If you can get in, they haven't got tickets. If you can get in, it's worth keeping an eye because tickets still become available up to the last minute. So highly amusing, highly good fun. That is cool. And that's it. Nothing else. But Robbie, I wonder what we like. Robbie, what would you like? No, nothing.
Well, we know what he'd like. Outfits. That's what I'd like. Outfits. We need Who Dares Roll's outfits.
What, like a bunny costume?
Oh, I could do.
Oh, Jesus.
I was just going to
Wet.
suggest like a lab coat or something like that, but bunny costume.
I mean, you want to wear a bunny costume, you fucking go for it. There you go. Hear it here first, folks. You'll go as a bunny girl to the expo.
Didn't say go.
I don't want to be around for that.
No.
No, there could be some
Oh, you
seepage.
do.
No.
Cool. Well, there you go. So that is the Who Dares Roll's preview for the Expo 2024. How insightful that was. About as much use as my fucking dog. It'd be useful as a mat. Go and have a heart attack and be a mat. Just cock. Come here. Wait, what are you doing? Why now? You never do this. Just man and filming. Where are you, you cock? Get in here. You've made a fucking spectacle of yourself. It's honestly quite embarrassing. You want... Come here. I know. What's going on? What's happened? What's triggered you? It's okay. It's okay. Hello, puppy. It's okay. It's all right. Hello, and at the end of the video, Baxter's now calmed down. Fucking A. So there you go. That's it. Expo 2024 preview. There may be other video dropping around this. I don't know. I do have a bit to come actually, but bolted on or before or after because Charlie did a video about RPG stuff.
Hi, this is Charlie Etheridge and I'm the role-playing correspondent for Who Dares Rolls. With UK Games Expo coming up really soon, I thought Mike's had a nice little look at some previews of things that will be there from a board game perspective. Why not do the same for the role-playing side? So, first of all, my old favourites, Rowan, Rook and Deckard, are going to be there. They'll have copies of things like Eat the Reich, which is an amazing looking RPG. They'll also have Heart and Spire, obviously, and they'll be demoing Hollows, which is kind of... It's a bit more of a tactical RPG, and one which sounds like it's a bit like What If Monster Hunter, but your weapon is your baggage or hates you. I'm not quite sure, but it's a bit more of the tactical side of things. Sounds like it could be good fun. So go along, check a demo of that out. Let's see, Van Ryder Games, who made Final Girl, which I'm a big fan of, have a pre-release of their first RPG, The Revenant Society, where you are all trying to solve your own death. Lovely. Okay, good. Well, I've loved their single-player games. Be interesting to see how they enter the RPG field. There will be games on demand. Now, for those who aren't aware, basically it's every 2 hours... every hour there will be a series of role-playing games that you can take part in. Each role-playing game is 2 hours long, so you can dive in and out of different things, and they pitch different games for you to try. I've played some amazing things. I've play-tested some odd things. It's a really good time. Generally, I leave booking role-playing games way too late, and I don't care because I can always go to games on demand. There'll always be a table. There'll always be some fun stuff going on. So do check that out. There'll be a live reading of Death Trap Dungeon, just in case you miss our readings of Fighting Fantasy books on the old, now dearly departed Who Dares Rolls podcast. Chaosium have a number of people who will be out there signing books, like the Arkham book and that. But on the Saturday, they're going to have a community content pop-up store, and if you've not seen how many books Chaosium put out for Call of Cthulhu. It's always impressive, and it'll be lovely to see some physical versions and them supporting the wider Call of Cthulhu writing community beyond just Chaosium. So that's neat. There'll also be some talk about an obscure game, Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, it's 50th anniversary. Ian Livingston and one of the Gygax kids, hopefully one of the less problematic Gygaxes, will be there having a bit of a chat about it. So if I've got nothing else to do, I might go there. If you see me there, say hi. I'll be hoping to get the scoop on a number of different RPG things and, some board game bits and pieces too. Give Mike a good hug and possibly a slap, who knows. And that's it from me.
Oh, hello. Just a quick one. This is a standard operating procedure for us, which is the video that comes after the video with all the stuff that we missed in the original video. However, I have caught myself early this year, and there were some bits I missed on my list, crazily, and a few bits that have shot through to me in the last day or so as I've been editing the video of stuff that I've missed or mentioned or whatever. And there will be more of this, but you missed the boat. Maybe, unless there's another video. So quickly, in no order of preference, but it's all good stuff. Bez, Stuff by Bez, lovely Bez will be there. She'll be there with some, I think, 6 games. Bez is a wonderful store to visit because Bez creates these great little pocket money games with, very small very small money, very small overhead of parts, but a great deal of play. And there's always fun, light stuff. Isaac plays some of the games. They're good, fun little party-ish games, just great fillers, and always have some character to them. Go and find Bez. Go and find them now. And then there is Mr. Boydell. Tony, Great Uncle Tony will be there. Grumpy old Tony. He of Snowdonia, designer frame. He's there with Naylor Games. They have Snowdonia the Grand Tour, which is like a bolt-on campaign-y type expansion thing to Snowdonia. Always love a bit more Snowdonia. Need to play more of that myself. Always worth a visit to go and see Great Uncle Tony. Miserable old sod that he is. Love him dearly. To Tony. We will go and see him on Naylor Game Stand while we're there. And I suggest you do too. Then there is Bio Games. Have got Core Quest Skip and Questing, which is the expansion to the really wonderful, coy and lovely and sweet Core Quest. Isaac is just about to commence on his Core Quest adventures. Really good, fun little kids, lightweight dungeon crawl. This adds a campaign element to it and some more characters and some other stuff. It was very big success on, I think it was Kickstarter a year or two ago. Just hitting the UK shores. Hopefully there'll be some copies of it at the Expo. I'm intrigued. Lovely. They also have the Plot Thickens, which is these 3 different stories. I think they're like kind of puzzle mystery games. Don't really know it fully, the extent of that. But take a look while we're there, because that's what we do. And finally, the one game that I've kept quiet even from those nubties on the other video is Stalak Bite, which is kind of best my interest. It's a reprint of a 10-year-old game by a local sort of independent UK publisher. This was recently on Kickstarter. It is apparently going to be at the show to buy. It essentially, from it, I get some big deep rock galactic vibes. It's you of dwarfs mining in cave systems, being chased by goblins, and other shit happening and trying to find treasure and stuff. Plays up to about 6 players. It's fast, it's loose, it's fun. I love all that sort of stuff. So I am secretly hoping that will be my game of the Expo. We shall see. So there you go. There was some more additional stuff on top of the unadditional stuff we said. I'm now going to hand back over to the numpties where we're going to say goodbye. And for the time being, ta-ta for you. See you soon. Have a lovely show if you get to it. And I'll see you hopefully. If not, we'll catch up after, say. Bye. So if you're there, we'll see you there. Maybe next year I'll do another live show.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You'd like to be on that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
I would. No, there's a chance I wouldn't tell you that was happening until it happened. I have history of doing this.
Yes, I know. I've been there.
So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, yeah, Expo 24. That at the moment is this. There may be additional bits to this video. Who fucking knows? But there you go for the minute. This has been Tony.
Hello. Goodbye.
And that was Jamie.
Hello, bye-bye.
We will do more regular videos, hopefully soon, to digest our Sunday gamings. I reckon a monthly thing, just to kind of
I'll mark that.
do a thing. Ben was supposed to be doing one, he has yet to do it. But there we go. But
Can we do one of Tony's exploits in the Bring and Buy?
Well, I think there should be some live documentation of that. He can't resist himself, can he? Let's see how much he limits himself
That's how, yeah. How well restrained I could be this year.
because he's done so well
pretty
previous
good.
years. I remember that
Well,
one
I
year.
thought it was last year. I managed to think I got about.
You were better last year because I kept slapping your hand every
I
time you
think
tried
I
to
got
go in
about
there.
16 or 17 last year.
And the year before that, I remember
more
you
like-
doing that in the first fucking hour.
Yeah, must have been touching nearly bloody 20 odd.
You kept disappearing off there. It was like a junkie needed a fix. So I just need to pop in and bring a by. Like, what the again? What are you doing in there? Have you found a secret little dark corner to jank off in? Is that what it was? Spanking, masturbated, spanking off into old copies of fucking. My copy of Catan's awfully sticky. That's the trading in the Mediterranean version, with actually special spunka in it. On that bombshell.